Hey guys, Sam here. So we are getting to be on top of everyone's favorite astronomical, astrological. I have my words, I promise, but favorite astrological time period of the Mercury retrograde. Everyone say, "Woo! We're excited." I know we're really not, but let's try and turn this negative into a positive, right? So, for those of you that only know Mercury retrograde as a time to be a little worried, a little stressed, it's really not that bad. Yeah, you gotta slow down a little bit. I know that I hate doing that myself because I'm always on the go, 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 and trying to slow down is a foreign concept to me. But it's really just a time to slow down, reflect, and kind of see what is really going to need most of our attention. And a lot of that comes with what sign Mercury retrograde is going to be in. That because across the board, our communication, our technology, and all the things along those lines are going to be wonky thanks to Mercury retrograde. But what specifically in the parts of our lives that are going to be affected are what is really what we're going to need to focus on, making sure that we survive and go as smooth as possible. This time, retrogrades in Virgo. That's going to affect a lot of our home life, not as much as retrograde in Taurus did, but our ability to be analytical, be able to plan, organize, things of the Virgo nature. Now, get your planners out, your phone calendars, whatever you need for writing down these dates and times on when to start watching things kind of go wonky and try to work with them instead of against them because we all know if we try and fight against all this stuff, it's only going to be worse. But if we work it the same way we would white water rafting, where we work with the tides and which way is going where, it's a lot smoother ride. So our pre-shadow period is starting this week, August 3rd, around 7:03 Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, I'm going off of that because hey, it's where I'm at, it's where most of my people are. So adjust accordingly for what time zone you're in. We're going to go full retrograde August 23rd around 4 p.m. So that's when, instead of just things being lightly weird, lightly wonky, they're going to go, whoo, okay, buckle in, we've got this. The world's not ending yet. But luckily, we hit the post shadow period where it starts to lightly go back to normal. September 15th around 4:21 p.m. And that's actually great for me considering both of my daughters are Virgos. So, of course, the closer we get to their birthdays, the more we're trying to, plan down things like a birthday party. I have my girls together since their birthdays are 6 days apart. Really weird, long story, talk about it later. But at least in the post shadow period is when I'll be planning their party. So say a prayer for me, guys, because I'm going to need it, knowing that we're still going to be in that post shadow period where things are still going to be weird. But Mercury will go fully back to being direct and normal around September 30th at 2:15 a.m. So remember, pre-shadow period August 3rd, full retrograde August 23rd, post-shadow September 15th, and then full direct September 30th. Okay? Bow, 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 bow. And adjust those times for your time zone because let's face it, if you're in the Pacific time zone or if you're like some of my friends' family all the way out in Britain, your times are going to be a little different than ours. So just adjust accordingly. Okay? Now, what Mercury retrograde in Virgo is going to affect the most is events, travel, relationships, both personal and professional. So work with that the best you can. Okay? Things are going to be miscommunicated, things are going to end up being dropped, not on purpose or intentional, but Mercury retrograde is all about wonky communication. So if you hear that a birthday party that you're supposed to be going to is at 4 p.m. and you are dead sure it's 4 p.m., Don't be afraid to double check the invitation, the host, whatever you need to, okay? Because remember, I said travel plans, events, your relationships with other people. During this time, they're all going to get a little weird and a little wonky. Your ability to plan for these events or making those travel plans are probably going to go a little weird. So just take a few steps back, go slow, double check yourself on everything before hitting save or send or whatever. Just give yourself those few extra minutes. And some things to kind of focus on and reflect on, because Mercury retrograde is also a time of reflection, is those back burner projects on squaring with past emotional hurts and past emotional relationships. Because we've all had that one breakup or that one moment in our life that caused us a lot of emotional pain that for some of us we probably haven't gotten over yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. But this would be a great time to kind of give yourself a few moments when you have some spare time and kind of reflect, why is it still affecting me? What do I need to address to start healing? And if you like, I am always happy to do a card reading of any kind. All you have to do is hit me up. I'll leave a link in the comments and we'll see how we can help you best start getting over that emotional pain. Now, like with the retrograde in Taurus all the way earlier this year, I do have who is going to be most affected, who's going to get unscathed, well, mostly unscathed by this retrograde, and pretty much how it's going to affect us. Unfortunately, in this case, everyone across the board is getting hit. There doesn't seem to be anybody being safe from needing to work with this Virgo retrograde period, because the stars are just not happy, for lack of a better way to describe it. But those that are going to get the most hit, which is why I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this, are the zodiac mutable people. These are our Geminis, our Virgos, our Sagittariuses, and our Pisces people. Unfortunately, I am a sun sign Sagittarius. And as I mentioned earlier, both of my daughters are Virgos. So please say a prayer for my household, because I can only imagine what it's going to be like for three headstrong women and all of us being affected by the retrograde in Virgo. Say a prayer, guys, because we're all going to be pushed to change on a deep level that could affect our interpersonal relationships. So it's not necessarily going to be just each other, but the people that we interact with. In my case, it's going to be my customers and the people that I read for. And even most likely, since I try to be a promoter for a lot of my artists that consign with my store, it's probably also going to affect my personal relationships a little bit. I am seeing a wonderful person who is a Virgo. So I can only imagine how things are going to end up between me and him. Definitely plan on probably documenting it just to kind of see how much retrograde really does affect our personal lives. And with my daughters, the thing that's probably going to affect them the most is they're starting school later on in the month. So with one starting high school, I can definitely say that I am interested to see how it's going to affect all of us here. And I would love to hear how it's going to affect you guys. If you know someone that one of their top three, their sun, moon, or rising is a Gemini, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, or a Pisces, definitely leave in the comments as the retrograde goes to let us know how it's going for you. Are you noticing those deep level changes affecting your relationships, both in your personal ones and your professional? Are you noticing that you're actually wanting to change one way or another? But that's unfortunately all we have for our Mercury retrograde in Virgo. Don't forget, our Dates to watch for: pre-shadow starting August 3rd, full retrograde August 23rd, our post-shadow period being September 15, and finally going full direct by September 30th. So buckle up. Remember to take it slow. Focus on those back burner projects. And if you'd like a reading for how your Mercury retrograde is going to go, feel free to use that same link that I'm going to be offering for people to be able to find ways to get over those emotional hurts to schedule a reading with me. I'm always down to help. Until next time, definitely take a deep breath and know that everything will be fine. And don't forget to just ride the wave the best you can. Till next time, have a great rest of your week. And don't forget to like, subscribe the channel so that you can get future videos, not just on retrogrades and how to handle them, but tutorials and when I'll start doing the live readings on our YouTube channel. Have a great day.